right, man. Lions might want to consider paying Jared Goff right now to get that discount, unless they want to wait to see what happens down the stretch of the season. But let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your streams, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. One thing about Jared Goff, I wasn't a fan of trading for Jared Goff. I was a fan of them finding a quarterback and starting to heal over. But he seemed to be better for Detroit than Matthew Stafford was. He seemed not to be as fluky in these big moments. He seemed to be pretty cool. And I think this is probably the best thing that happened for Jared Goff. I think Sean McVay tried to baby him too much. Bill Belichick caught the wave. And I think what Dan Campbell, Ben Johnson and company did was they fixed him. I think Anthony Lynn was allowing him to do what he wanted to do as far as be comfortable. And, and it just wasn't a good fit. But what Ben Johnson did was he broke down the film, seen what he did well, broke down the film with Jared, seen what Jared was comfortable with, what he was comfortable with in the past. And they put an offense around him that's comfortable for him. If you notice, they play with a lot of rhythm. They play kind of fast. If you really pay attention. My bad, I had to stop, but I don't know where I left off at. But about Jared Goff, the rhythm they playing more. Even in LA, he played with the rhythm. They playing faster. And he looked real good last night. I'll be the first one to admit it. You might want to go ahead and pay him right now, maybe 2 or 3 year deal, and then see where it go from there. Obviously, you ain't got a great, genuine look at Hendon Hooker. Brad Holmes came out and said no, they didn't try to trade for from Trey Lance. I mean, even if he did, why would he divulge it? He played really, really well last night. It wasn't his fault that Marvin fumbled the ball. He was on point. Him and Ben Johnson clicking. The only question you got, okay, once Ben Johnson gone, what do we do next with him? And that's why I think the Lions are smart. They have somebody learning up under Ben Johnson right now. And he just feeding them all the information. He helping them put the game plan together. And then you go from there. But then they can hit the market and probably, if they're a successful football team, and get a, established offensive coordinator. My thing is this. I would rather go ahead and start seasoning somebody now under Ben Johnson, because he's going to be gone if they keep going the way they're going. I'd rather season somebody now and then let them take over. They can go out there and get an offensive coordinator, but then again, is he going to be is he going to tailor make the offense to do what Jared Goff do well? And I'm pretty sure they'll put him through the vetting process and see that. But they better off, probably trying to get Goff a 2 or 3 year deal and, give him some money and then keep him moving from there. But he played really, really well last night. All his passes for the most part was on point. You got to understand they didn't have a lot of things to stretch the field vertically, and that's a problem. Josh Reynolds is the only true guy they can really stretch vertically. I didn't see James Mitchell get a lot of snaps last night, if any. But stretching the field vertically is really going to come down to Josh Reynolds. Is the one guy on the outside. They didn't play a lot of Antoine Green. I didn't see him. But those are two guys that can really beat guys on the outside and get down the field. So I'm going to do a video talking about should they still go after Mike Evans. I think they need somebody vertical still regardless. I think you can't put all your eggs in one basket with Jameson Williams. So if I'm them, I'm on the horn trying to get that vertical threat. Cooper Kupp could be available at the trade deadline. Aaron Donald could be available at the trade deadline. I know a lot of people saying that if they do need to do something, it's probably a defensive tackle, a really good defensive tackle. So Anders Rookie was back last night, and, he looked a step slow in a couple plays, but it's going to take some time. He ain't played football in 2 or 3 years because he ain't played the last 2 seasons for real. And then he took a season off at Washington. So if he can knock that rust off, then they might be in the game. But I think that's what they truly missing is a true, that true force on the inside, true force on the inside, bro. So, but You know, but at the end of the day, you can see if Anisorki and Pascal can anchor that. If they can anchor that, then they'll be okay. But with Goff, yeah, he was on point last night. I don't think people gave him enough credit how good he was last night, how point he was last night, how masterful in the control that he had over the offense. He was out there throwing poisonous darts out there last night. And I think if that trend continues, you can go ahead and lock him up for 2 or 3 years, and you pay him, because he seemed to be a fit. And where Matthew Stafford lacked, he excelled at. It's how Stafford was hot for a short period of time. When Goff get in the rhythm, he hot for a long time. You know, how you get into these big games. You know, and Matthew Stafford come up short, Jared Goff find a way to win the games. So, you know, Brad Holmes is right. Jared Goff is the guy, and they effed him when he first got here by not giving him no weapons. But, you know, he did the best of what he had yesterday. They just got to find somebody that can be insurance behind J-Mo and run down the field. And when people talking about, well, Travis Kelce didn't play. Well, you know, for us, you know, Jameson Williams didn't play. You got to play everybody a lot different with Jameson on the field. You know, you got to play everybody a lot different. So, you know, they got to find that. I think they got to find that deep threat security blanket for the Lions, man. They got to find that security, that guy behind, you know, J-Mo, or can be with J-Mo, and that's can stretch the field. And I think, you know, I pull the trigger on Mike Evans. You know, I see what it is, see what they want to do. I try to get him in here as soon as possible. And you know what, it might go run the 9, the skinny post, maybe a deep comeback, you know, post corners. You know, that's what we need him to do. You put J-Mo when he come back out there. You put Mike Evans out there when he come back. You know, you had Josh Reynolds spell them, and you have, you know, St. Brown working on the inside with Sam Laporta. So, but yeah, man, that's kind of what I would think about. I think they need that threat down the field that can stretch that field. But Josh Reynolds did a great job last night stretching the field, and if you feel like you can make it through the first 6 weeks with him, you know, being that stretch guy, then you go ahead and do it. But, you know, but they need that guy that can get out there and get them, that's going to keep the defense honest. Next thing you're going to see is them creeping up in the box, you know, stacking the box, and they going to tell guys like St. Brown, run past me, Khalif Raymond, run past me, Josh Reynolds, run past me, Laporta, run past me. They're going to be daring guys that, you know, they beat them deep. So, you know, James Wilson come back, they're going to have to back up off that. But if I'm the Lions, if Goff keep play like this in the next couple weeks, I probably just look to lock him up for a 2 or 3 year deal. So, let me know what you girls and guys think, man. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9. Appreciate everybody for supporting the channel. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. More videos like this. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.